Take it. Got it! Boston wins! Two legends in basketball analysis with over 70 years combined experience. This is the Bob Ryan and Jeff Goodman podcast. NBA, some college, a little bit of everything.
You know, what can I say? But it wasn't going to happen here with him. I was okay with it because it wasn't.
It's time for the Bob Ryan, Jeff Goodman, Tanguay along for the ride pod. Brought to you by Prize Picks on CLNS, the exclusive daily fantasy partner of the CLNS Media Network. Pick more, pick less with Prize Picks. So we are speaking to you as Game 4 is coming to a close. And I have to tell you that I'm okay with the Celtics losing. I understand. I wanted a sweep. I wanted to win in depth. I wanted a sweep tonight. But I just felt, Bob, that this team just quit. And that bothers me.
I don't see that. They just stunk.
Right.
I agree. They suck.
All right, I'll give you one area where it has to do with the determination and effort for sure that they should be held accountable. Rebounding, offensive rebounding of Dallas. And too many. Every loose ball, they want all the quote-unquote 50-50s. Yeah. They want all the 10-90s.
Look, I understand offense isn't – look, the offense wasn't there.
No, I mean, rebound. That's effort, a lot of it. And they got out-efforted in every phase. I'll give you that. Okay.
Listen, Dallas has been – without Porzingis, honestly, Dallas has played him pretty damn close.
Yes.
Right? They have. They're not that far off without Porzingis. And listen, the
Celtics are up by 21 in Game 3, and they stopped playing. Well, and they didn't have Porzingis. I think the Celtics are their own worst enemy.
Well, tonight, but wait. I would say that normally, but tonight, the two guys that you probably trusted the most to bring their games and be solid were terrible. Drew Holiday and Derek White.
Yeah,
they were both awful.
They weren't themselves tonight.
Jaylen Brown was awful. Like Tatum was the only one who came out and did anything in the first quarter when they got smoked. And after that, it really didn't matter, to be honest. They weren't cutting it. And Luka played the way we want to see Luka Doncic play, right? He played the right way. He took pride in his defense. No, he's not great laterally, but you know what? It was an A for effort tonight. He didn't give up anything easy, and he didn't whine and complain.
No.
And man, he didn't even make his threes. And he finished with 29 points in 27 minutes or something. It was a joke. He was leaps and bounds the best guy on the court. It wasn't even close.
No. It was. I just keep going. As I said to somebody tonight, you got to look at this is the micro. We can nitpick this game all, but it's about the macro, and it's about the Celtics. The fact is, however much we want to parse this game, identify what went wrong, and we can do that easily. You all know the fact is that sweeps are rare. They have not had a sweep since 1959. They have not had a 5-game series since 1965. This is the NBA we're talking about, folks. Dallas showed the requisite dignity, nobility, grit. They fought the way you should fight. They played, to borrow a phrase from another winter sport, they played desperate basketball. And I give them full credit. Okay, it's not unprecedented, by the way. By the way, the 1986 Celtics, which I continue to feel is the greatest team of all time, they were up 3-0 against Atlanta, and they lost Game 4 because Spud Webb beat them. Now, what happened in Game 5? Celtics had that historic 36-6 third quarter against Atlanta, okay? I'm not saying we can look for a 36-6 third quarter, but I'll be very disappointed if the Celtics don't come out roaring on Monday night. Then we can talk. But this will give fuel to the naysayers that until they get this job done, guys.
For a couple days, Bob, that's all. For
I know.
48 hours, whatever it's going to be, the naysayers can get it all out of their system. And then in Game 5, it's going to be over. And to be honest, it's going to be sweeter in a way because you're doing it in Boston. They can't shut
those people up. They can't until it's done.
Yeah,
it's not done. And until it's done, they can't shut those people up. Okay, as sports fans, that's part of the deal, right? Meanwhile, I got to say that the smiles that you can feel and see in your imagination on the face of all the merchants in downtown Boston, all the restaurateurs, all the bar owners, and not to mention management. They can say what they want, but they're opening up those doors for another X $1 million gate. So anyway, but forget that. I'm simply saying that, all kidding aside, the fact is that you know that the local restaurateurs were rooting for them to lose, whether they lost by 1 or 101. And so, look, I said, here's my take, guys. I don't know what I went public on this many times. I said the chances of winning tonight were 70%. The chances of winning on Monday, if they were to lose game 4, were 98.8%. And that's how I feel about Monday night.
That's high tonight. I thought 70% was high tonight. I kind of looked at it as a flip of the coin.
Well, the way they've been playing so well, though, Jeff, in general, I thought they, and also because of the narrative that we're alluding to here, we know, that they're fighting to get their niche in Celtic history and shut the people up that say that these guys don't have what it takes. They got, and they have the talent, but they don't have the. I
just wonder too. I mean, it's human nature when you're up 3-0 to relax a little bit, to think you're going to be able to go in. They were super loose. You could see it pregame a little bit with the Celtics, and they're always
too
loose. But this seemed a little bit looser than usual. Like, hey, we're going to go out here. We're going to win this thing tonight. No problem. We got this. But again, I mean, when you got Luka and Kyrie cooking, and oh, by the way, Derek Lively, 12 rebounds. 12.
Derek Lively, 12. I predict we'll see an all-star game before he's done.
He's awesome.
I like Derek Lively. I've said this. Gafford's reached his ceiling, and give him credit. Here's a guy that, when he joined, I think I heard the number tonight. When he came from a team that was 9-51 to he's in the NBA Finals, and he does what he does, But Lively has more stuff. He's got a lot more to offer. He hit a 3 tonight.
He can shoot it a little bit.
Gafford, who went to 33 straight shots. I think the cumulative distance of those 33 shots was 66 feet last time. And I'm not being facetious. He doesn't shoot them.
I thought you were going to say 66 inches.
He makes layups and dunks. That's what he does. Okay, he's going to have a long career because he also blocks shots and he does stuff. Right. But the other guy is I think someday will be an all-star. Lively. That was a very good draft pick.
Prize Picks is America's #1 fantasy sports app with more than 5 million members. It is the most fun and exciting way to get in on the action while you watch your favorite sports and players. You just pick more or less on 2 or more player stats for a shot to win up 100 times your cash. With Prize Picks, you could turn $10 into $1,000 in a single game watching your favorite sports this summer. You can make a Prize Picks lineup in as little as 60 seconds. You just need to pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and you're locked in. Now, if you're looking for promotions, Prize Picks has got you covered every week, from lowering select player stats projections on Tuesdays, which increases your chance of getting a win, to getting your entry fees back if you have a losing lineup on Fridays. The finals mean more on Prize Picks, and so do the star players. You get boosted playoffs on selected basketball stars that you won't find anywhere else. Now, this week on Prize Picks, I'm looking at Jason Tatum, more than 26.5 points. Jaylen Brown, more than 3 threes, which may be aggressive, but I'm running with that. Download that app today and use a code CLNS for a deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Okay, so does Porzingis play in Game 5, Bob?
Yeah. Yes. That's the next thing. I was very happy they didn't.
I don't think so.
You don't?
I don't.
You want to wait till 6? You want to wait till 7?
This is a guy, who knows? He could be done for this series. This is a guy that's had so many injuries in his career. And agents are involved now. You're looking at your future. I get it. It's the NBA Finals. I wonder if Porzingis.
I hope that isn't the. I mean, hey, Jeff.
I hope so too. But
I hope that isn't the case. I'll be very disappointed.
You have confidence. You really have confidence that Kristaps Porzingis, who you, of all people, when we got him, when the Celtics got him, what were you saying, Robert Ryan? What were you saying?
I said he's 7-3 going on 5-3. And that's the way he plays, because I was totally in error. I had never saw him once last year. Who watches the Wizards? I said, and certainly didn't see that he had altered his game. Oh,
not even that. The injury prone factor. We talked about that ad nauseum too. And now you're coming around and saying, I have faith that Kristaps Porzingis of all people is going to be out there.
Well, assuming he's somewhat healthy, I know I don't think he'll do something stupid. He's a rational man, I think, but I'm just saying, I'll be surprised if we don't see him.
Yeah, I think he wants to play Game 5 at home at the Garden. They have a chance to clinch. I think he's going to want to be on the floor.
Oh, he wants to be, but he also has told us it's not his call.
Jimmy Butler didn't play. Halliburton didn't play. Donovan Mitchell didn't play. They all sat in the playoffs, and Porzingis is tougher than them.
This is it. This is one step away from.
Yeah,
I get it.
But Porzingis, I think this is like this is his shot at a
first round is one. I mean, first, the first series is one thing. The finals, when you're on the verge, I'm just saying, I expect to see him. And
do they need him?
Offer offensively is absolutely unknown, and but he will be able to take up very useful space. He could take up
him tonight. They needed him tonight.
Very useful space just being there. And
people, well, that's the thing. People will say, well, even if they had Porzingis, they won by 100. It wouldn't have mattered. You know what? No, but it would have mattered because you would have had somebody out there on the defensive end, number one, that could have protected the rim. Okay. Yes. And they were doing whatever they wanted. Second of all, the Celtics had no help for Tatum offensively. You never know. Porzingis hits a few shots. The complete tenor of the game could have changed. I'm not saying it would have.
No,
it could have changed with Porzingis.
Of course, Jeff, because I think all of us thought the way the game is played today, and from what we've seen, every team makes a run. I mean, I thought the Celtics were still in this thing down 20. Down 21.
20 is one thing. 39 is another. No, you're right. And then, I did too. I wasn't giving up at that point.
Yeah. So, but if Porzingis is in there, he hits a three, blocks a shot, people start feeling good, you get momentum. But then once it got like 25, once we started to go further and further, it was like, it was over. I mean, but it's such a rhythmic game. Porzingis could have made a difference.
I say give Dallas credit. They've earned to get here, they did things no one thought they could do other than themselves. You know that. And this is their reward to their fans for everything tonight.
Well, they came out. Look, they didn't. I thought Dallas was going to kind of roll over. I
didn't think that.
Game 4.
I just thought the Celtics would very likely meet the challenge, but not necessarily. I didn't think.
They got two guys with pride, like two stars with pride. Like Luka's not going to lay down, and Kyrie against the Celtics, he's going to lay down. No way.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I don't know. He didn't show up in the first two games. We'll see. Game Time makes getting NBA Finals tickets even faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets to the tip-off. Like right now, I was looking on the app, and it's really easy to use. Just download the app. Lots of pictures for us sports fans. Lots of pictures. And, the tickets for Celtics Game 1 and whoever they play, between $600-$700. But the closer you get to actual tip time, it's going to go down. So you and your friends may do a last-minute thing. And I know it's a lot of money, but maybe it's 2-3 of your friends. Last-minute trip, boom, let's go. Let's see what the tickets are on Game Time. You never know. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets. Last-minute tickets, flash deals, zone deals. Okay, here's the deal. Last-minute deals save up to 60% off buying last-minute for sports, concerts, comedy, theater, etc. Now, the flash dealers save even more with exclusive in-app deals on select seats ahead of the game or the event. Save even more when you choose a section for the zone deals. You choose a section, let Game Time choose the seats. Sounds pretty good to me. Take the guesswork out of buying NBA Finals tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
Well, that's the best part of this to me is they get to go back to Boston, and what better way
Oh, yeah.
to end the season than for Boston fans to cheer for the Celtics and boo Kyrie out of the
Well,
garden.
last time we had this circumstance, it was in a 2-3-2 in 08, but it was 3-2, and we know they rose to that occasion in a score I will never forget to my grave, 132-98, and that was a magnificent night. I'm not predicting we're going to have a reprise of that at all, but it's these are the kind of things that can happen. And the other thing, it just generally carryover in general. Who should knows better than the Boston Celtics about the irrelevance of carryover?
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. No,
I go back to Memorial Day Massacre in 1985, and we know what happened after that. So they were on the other side. So anyway, it's embarrassing, and I'm not trying to say they should feel good about themselves, but they should shrug this off. This is.
No, they will. Just as if I wanted to see a sweep tonight. So just as a fan, I wanted to see it. But hey, look, do you think, will Tatum get off the offensive schneid a little bit? I mean, he was their best offensive player tonight, but that's not saying much. I mean, he did in the first half, game 3.
He hit an early 3. I was encouraged. Right away.
We really haven't seen him click yet.
No,
I thought he was better. Again, I thought he was fine in the first quarter. Like he was the only one who was
right.
I thought he was fine tonight, but nobody else was with him. I mean, it was by himself, and he's not enough. Like that's the one thing is you look at it, and Luka has the ball in his hands all
the time.
All the time. I mean, it is amazing, like how many dribbles per possession. Luka and Kyrie, especially Luka.
Right.
But if the ball's not in Luka's hands, it's in Kyrie, and it's dribble.
Right.
And it's not a pretty watch. They just don't move the basketball very often.
No, that's their MO. That's who they are. That's what the construction of their team is. Luka, we learned that Kristaps didn't fit in well with Luka. Okay, we know that. And that was part of
why now.
Huh?
You can see why, even though Luka has a ton of assists, a lot of them are the assists of like dribble. And again, it's just like he doesn't advance the ball. He just doesn't know how to advance the ball quickly ever. Like I never see him catch the ball, rarely. I mean, tonight, one play, he caught it, he pushed it, and then fed it.
Great alley-oop. That was a wonderful play.
Yep.
And that was you know what that was? That was a Caitlin Clark play. She's the best I've ever seen on either sex at making that play on the move to throw the ball to the rim, throw the ball to a cutter. That was a wonderful collaboration. They had a lot of wonderful golden moments tonight. That was one of them. And I gotta keep saying about him, by the way, Jeff. He goes wherever he wants to go at his pace, and and nobody stops him.
They have great defenders. I mean, that's the crazy part. The Celtics are switching everything, right? They start with Jaylen Brown. They'll switch. They'll end up with whatever. Tatum, White, Drew Holiday. They're all really good defenders. Even Horford, if he's one-on-one against Luka, and it doesn't matter.
Well, he's got the full package. He can, if he thinks he can take it all the way, he takes it all the way. He's got the step back. He's got up and unders. He's got up fakes. He's got all the tricks, all the bag tricks in the bag. And that's why he led the league in scoring, folks. It wasn't an accident.
When you were a kid, right? I mean, for me, it was 2 cards back when they had the long NBA cards. John Havlicek, Dave Cowens. I mean, I still remember the pictures. It was Cowens going up for a rebound, I think, over Kareem Abdul-Jabbar when he was with the Bucks. So those were my guys. Those were my cards. I think I even had a Michael Ray Richardson card. How's that for a name from the past? So collecting has come a long way since then. But now there's a new way to buy, sell, and trade in rip packs. Don't you just love to say that? Rip packs. It's called Arena Club. Arena Club has taken repacks to another level. Introducing slab packs from arenaclub.com, the only repack that provides real value, a complete view of all possible cards, and clear hit rates for each one. So Wait, you're opening up that Arena Club slab pack, you'll feel like a kid again. All right. And then you get a display of available cards, hit rates, and grading. Arena Club is the marketplace for card collecting, buying, trading, selling, and displaying. So whether you're buying, selling, trading, or displaying, Arena Club is an all-in-one trading card platform to have you check out. I mean, it's a platform, folks. Let's get with it. It's the digital age. Buying, no more shipping delays or cards lost in transit. Arena Club uses blockchain technology to deliver your card immediately. Buy with confidence, knowing every card on Arena Club is guaranteed authentic. The Arena Club grading process combines AI and human grading. It's accurate, fast, and transparent with a full grade rationale provided and explanation of how your card was scored. Make offers and trades and interact. Create your own personal showroom and start building your collection today. Right now, you can get 10% off your first purchase by going to arenaclub.com/hoops. That's arenaclub.com/hoops for 10% off your first purchase.
Do you see, I saw Chandler Parsons. I don't know if you saw this about 3 weeks ago.
No.
Said he thinks Luka's better than Bird already. I'm not asking you if he's better already, because he's not. Obviously, he's not.
No, he's a little different.
But do you see some similarities
Yeah,
in
but
their
here's
game?
the big difference. No, I reject this because what they have in similar is a variety of shot making, okay? No question about that. But it's totally polar opposite. He has the ball all the time. He dribbles the ball triple-figured times in a game, all right? Unlike Klay Thompson, who took 11 dribbles to score 60 points, okay, whatever it was. Larry Bird's among his distinctions, but one of his great distinctions in the history of this game is that no player has ever accomplished more in terms of assists and making other people relevant without the ball, or with the ball in his hands infrequently as Larry Bird. Larry Bird got it done with hardly ever having the ball. He was 2 steps ahead in his mind about where the pass was going to go. He wasn't a dribble. But and I'm not knocking Luka. Luka does what Luka needs to do.
They're just different.
Good. But
similarity,
they're
I guess,
remotely similar there. No one ever got more done without the ball or with the ball briefly in his hands than Larry Bird. No one.
Similarity, I guess, is number one.
Shot making. Yeah,
and they're both average athletic white dudes.
Yeah, color of skin. Yeah. Believe me.
And they're both, they can't really jump. Neither one of them
can
jump very, very high.
But Larry's big thing was Larry had a quick takeoff. Yeah. Larry got to his apex quickly. He didn't have to gather. And he had the instinctive rebound and timing and all that. So that made him, he was still able to, and he had one thing no one ever talks about. He had very strong hands. And so anyway, so I reject the comparison. The only comparison is A, they're both white, and B, they both have a variety of shot making. But after that, they're very different players.
All right, guys, great job. We will talk again next week. And I'm not going to say anything. I'm not jinxing anything.
Shut the book on this one. Don't even show him the tape, Joe. Don't even show him the tape.
No, he probably won't.
Okay, guys.
All right, brought to you by Prize Picks, the exclusive daily fantasy partner of the CLNS Media Network. Pick more, pick less with Prize Picks. Bob, Jeff, we'll see you later.
Talk next week. Bye-bye.